A deadly E. coli outbreak linked to a popular McDonald's menu item is the latest in a number of cases involving dangerous foodborne illnesses. It's prompting concerns and questions over the safety of our food supply.
A lot of what you're eating at McDonald's isn't just unhealthy. It's a chemical cocktail that would make a lab technician nervous. From fries with 19 ingredients to sodas contaminated with fecal bacteria, McDonald's has some secrets that'll make you think twice before saying, "I'm loving it." So buckle up. This is going to be a bumpy ride through the Golden Arches, starting with the most shocking revelation of all. Ready? Let's get into it. 10. The 19-ingredient French fry. Let's start with the most iconic item on the menu. Those beautiful, golden, perfectly salted French fries that you can smell from 3 blocks away. You'd think French fries would have like 3 ingredients. Potatoes, oil, salt, done. That's how you make them at home, right? Wrong. McDonald's fries have 19 ingredients. I'm not joking, 19. Here's what's actually in those golden beauties. Potatoes, okay, good start. Canola oil, corn oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, that's 4 different oils by the way, natural beef flavor which contains hydrolyzed wheat and hydrolyzed milk. So much for being vegan, dextrose, sodium acid pyrophosphate to prevent discoloration, dimethyl polysiloxane, an anti-foaming agent also used in silly putty, TBHQ, a petroleum-based preservative, and salt. Now, let's break down the worst offenders. Dimethyl polysiloxane is the same chemical used in silicone caulk, adhesives, and yes, silly putty. It's added to the frying oil to prevent foaming and splashing. The FDA says it's safe. But do you really want to eat the same chemical you use to seal your bathtub? And here's the really twisted part. This chemical is also used in breast implants and contact lenses. So basically, McDonald's is serving you fries cooked in medical-grade silicone. When you bite into those crispy golden sticks, you're eating the same substance surgeons put inside people's bodies. How is that appetizing? Next one is TBHQ, whose full name is tertiary butyl hydroquinone. It is a petroleum-based preservative that keeps the oil from going rancid. It's also used in biodiesel, lacquers, varnishes, and cosmetics. The FDA allows up to 0.02% in food, but studies have shown that at higher doses it can cause stomach tumors, DNA damage, and vision problems. Fun! 1 gram of TBHQ can cause nausea, vomiting, ringing in the ears, delirium, and collapse. The FDA's safe limit is based on the assumption that you're not eating it every single day. But if you're hitting McDonald's 3 times a week for those addictive fries, you're accumulating this chemical in your system. And nobody knows what the long-term effects of chronic TBHQ consumption really are. The next bad boy is hydrogenated soybean oil, and it is basically trans fat in disguise. Yes, McDonald's removed trans fats from their fries in 2008, but hydrogenated oil is still processed fat that your body doesn't know what to do with. And here's the kicker. In the UK, McDonald's fries have 4 ingredients: potatoes, oil blend, dextrose, and salt. That's it, 4. So why do American fries need 19 ingredients? Because in America, we prioritize shelf life and profit over your health. Oh, and about that natural beef flavor? It contains milk and wheat. So if you're vegan or have celiac disease and thought McDonald's fries were safe, surprise, they're not. But at least fries are fried food. You expect them to be bad for you. Surely the chicken is safer, right? Oh, you sweet, trusting soul. Sorry to burst your bubbles with our next reveal. 9. The Chicken McNugget Mystery. Chicken McNuggets. The perfect finger food. Crispy, savory, dippable, and according to internet rumors, made from pink slime that looks like soft-serve ice cream, but is actually ground up chicken bones, eyes, guts, and beaks. Now, let's be fair. McDonald's has vehemently denied the pink slime rumor. They've opened their factories to cameras. They've shown the world that McNuggets are made from white meat chicken, breast, tenderloin, and rib meat. No pink goo, no beaks, no eyeballs. But here's what they don't talk about. Chicken McNuggets contain sodium aluminum phosphate. That's a leavening agent that makes the nuggets light and fluffy. It's also linked to neurological problems in high doses. Aluminum exposure has been connected to Alzheimer's disease, and while the FDA says the amount in McNuggets is safe, Do you really want aluminum in your lunch? They also contain dextrose, which is just a pretty branding for sugar. It is added to help the nuggets brown evenly, because apparently, we can't have chicken that's not perfectly golden. And then there's the sodium. A 6-piece McNugget contains nearly a quarter of your daily sodium intake. That's before you dip them in sauce. Add sweet and sour or tangy barbecue sauce, and you're looking at over 1,000 milligrams of sodium in one sitting. Think about what that does to your body. Your kidneys have to work overtime to filter all that salt. Your blood pressure spikes. Your heart has to pump harder. And if you're eating McNuggets regularly, especially if you're over 40, you're setting yourself up for hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. All for some fried chicken pieces that barely taste like chicken. But here's what really bothers me. McDonald's used to use a grill seasoning on their nuggets that was dairy-free. Now, they season with salt and pepper, but some locations use butter on the grill. So if you have a dairy allergy, you're playing Russian roulette every time you order nuggets. And let's not forget that McNuggets are deep fried in the same oil as other menu items. So if you're trying to avoid gluten or dairy, cross-contamination is a real concern. One more thing, that all-white meat claim, it's technically true, but it's ground up, mixed with seasonings, and shaped into those fun little boot, ball, bell, and bone shapes. It's not a chicken breast, it's mechanically separated chicken held together with binders and coatings. So no, it's not pink slime, but it's not exactly wholesome either. Now buckle up, this next one involves fecal bacteria, and I promise you that you didn't see this coming. Before we dive into this nightmare, please do us a favor. If you're learning things that are genuinely surprising you, hit that like button and subscribe now. Trust me, you'll want to see what else I'm about to expose. 8. The soda fountain of filth. Okay, the food is questionable. Fine. You'll just stick to drinking soda. At least that comes from a sealed syrup container, right? The machine just mixes it with carbonated water. How bad could it be? Oh, buckle up. This one's gonna make you gag. Multiple studies have found that soda fountain machines are breeding grounds for bacteria. And I'm not talking about harmless bacteria. I'm talking about coliform bacteria, which is an indicator of fecal contamination. Let me say that again. Poop bacteria in your Coke. A study from Hollins University tested 30 soda fountain machines in Virginia and found that 48% of the beverages contained coliform bacteria. That's nearly half. And 11% tested positive for E. coli, which can cause severe gastrointestinal illness, urinary tract infections, and in extreme cases, kidney failure. How does poop get into your soda? Great question. It's usually from employees not washing their hands after using the bathroom. They touch the machine. The bacteria gets into the nozzles and the water lines, and then it sits there, festering, growing, forming biofilms, which are communities of bacteria that create a slimy protective coating that's nearly impossible to clean. The technical term for this is bacterial colonization, and it's exactly as gross as it sounds. Once bacteria establish a biofilm, regular cleaning doesn't remove them. You need specialized cleaning solutions and complete disassembly of the machine. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a McDonald's employee take apart a soda fountain and scrub every internal tube? Never. That's when. And here's the worst part. Soda fountain machines are supposed to be cleaned daily. The nozzles should be removed, scrubbed, and sanitized. The syrup connectors should be cleaned weekly. But in understaffed restaurants, which is basically every fast food place these days, this doesn't happen. One former restaurant worker said they opened the top of a soda fountain and found dozens of cockroaches crawling around inside. Another person posted a video showing the mold buildup inside the soda lines. It looked like something out of a horror movie. And let's not forget about the ice. A recent study found that ice from McDonald's, Burger King, and Starbucks had more bacteria than toilet water. Yes, toilet water. The ice you're putting in your drink has more germs than the bowl you pee in. How is that even possible? Because toilets get cleaned more often than ice machines. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone scrubbing out the inside of an ice machine? Meanwhile, toilets get bleached and disinfected multiple times a day. The ice machine, maybe once a month if you're lucky. The reality is that ice machines are dark, damp environments, perfect for bacterial growth. And once bacteria get in there, they multiply like crazy. So what should you do? Order bottled drinks, always. If you can't see it being poured from a sealed bottle or can, don't drink it. And definitely skip the ice. But you know what? At least you can see the soda machine. You can inspect it. The next item on our list, you have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. 7. The ice cream machine. Malfunction. We've all been there. You pull up to McDonald's craving a McFlurry or a soft serve cone. You order, and the cashier hits you with those devastating words. Sorry, the ice cream machine is broken. It's become a meme at this point. The McDonald's ice cream machine is always broken. But here's the thing, it's not actually broken. The machines require a complex cleaning cycle that takes 4 hours to complete. And if it's not done exactly right, the machine locks itself and won't work until a technician comes out to reset it. Some franchisees just don't bother cleaning it. They'd rather tell you it's broken than deal with the hassle. But when the machine is working, do you really want to eat what comes out of it? Soft serve ice cream machines are notoriously difficult to clean. The tubes, nozzles, and mixing chambers are perfect breeding grounds for bacteria, mold, and listeria. Listeria is particularly dangerous because it can survive and grow even in cold temperatures. It causes listeriosis, which can lead to fever, muscle aches, and in severe cases, meningitis or death, especially in pregnant women, newborns, and elderly people. In 2017, a listeria outbreak was traced back to contaminated ice cream from Blue Bell Creameries, which killed 3 people. While that wasn't McDonald's, it shows just how dangerous improperly cleaned ice cream machines can be. And here's something that'll really make your stomach turn. Former McDonald's employees have posted videos online showing what the inside of these machines looks like when they're finally opened for deep cleaning. Black sludge, pink mold, layers of crusted, dried ice cream that's been sitting there for months. One employee said the smell was so bad they almost vomited. That's what your McFlurry is coming out of. And get this, the Taylor C602 machines that McDonald's uses are so complicated that franchise owners have to pay for expensive service contracts just to keep them running. Some owners have even sued the manufacturer because the machines are designed to break down frequently, forcing them to pay for repairs. So when McDonald's says the ice cream machine is broken, what they really mean is, we either don't want to clean it, can't afford to fix it, or don't trust that it's sanitary enough to serve you. Your move, your move. But you know what? The next one is a breakfast menu that packs more sodium than the Dead Sea. 6. The Breakfast Sandwich Butter Bomb. McDonald's breakfast is legendary. The Egg McMuffin, the Sausage McGriddles, the hash browns. It's the perfect way to start your day. If you want to consume an entire day's worth of sodium and saturated fat before 9 a.m. Let's talk about the Sausage McMuffin with egg. Sounds harmless, right? It's just sausage, egg, cheese, and an English muffin. Wrong. This little sandwich packs 830 calories, 51 grams of fat, 20 grams of saturated fat, and 1,290 milligrams of sodium. That's more than half your daily sodium limit in one sandwich. But here's what really gets me. McDonald's now uses real butter on their English muffins and buns. They made a big deal about switching from margarine to butter back in 2016, framing it as a quality upgrade. But here's the problem. They don't just spread a little butter, they drown the buns in it. One employee said they're instructed to use so much butter that it pools on the grill. And if you have a dairy allergy, you're screwed. Because even if you order a sandwich without cheese, the bun is still buttered. And we're not talking about a light brushing of butter. Some employees report that McDonald's training videos show them putting entire pats of butter on each side of the bun. That's at least 2 tablespoons of pure saturated fat per sandwich. No wonder these breakfast items have such insane calorie counts. You're basically eating a stick of butter with a side of egg and sausage. And let's talk about those hash browns. They're delicious, I'll give them that, but they're deep fried in the same oil as the fries and nuggets. So you're getting all those same questionable ingredients, plus an extra dose of acrylamide, a chemical that forms when starchy foods are fried at high temperatures. Acrylamide is classified as a probable carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. So your quick breakfast is actually a sodium bomb, a butter bath, and a side of potential cancer-causing chemicals. The World Health Organization has warned that acrylamide in food is a major public health concern. Studies have linked it to increased cancer risk, nerve damage, and reproductive issues. But fast food chains keep serving fried potatoes because they're cheap and people love them. Your health? That's your problem, not theirs. Yum. Let's say you are smarter. Say you ordered something light, something sensible. How about a nice filet-o-fish? It's just fish, tartar sauce, and a bun. Simple, except why is there a dairy warning on fish? What are they hiding in there? 5. The filet-o-fish milk mystery. Here's a fun one. You'd think a fish sandwich would be one of the safer options, right? It's just fish, tartar sauce, and a bun. Simple. Nope. In the United States, the filet-o-fish patty contains milk. Yes, milk. In fish. Why? Nobody really knows. McDonald's hasn't explained it. But the fish patty in the US is made with a milk-based batter or breading. So if you're lactose intolerant or have a dairy allergy, this sandwich will wreck you. But here's the weird part. In Canada and the UK, the filet-o-fish is made without milk. Same fish, same sandwich, different ingredients. So once again, American customers are getting a worse version of the product, and McDonald's doesn't advertise this. You have to dig through their allergen information online to find it. Oh, and the tartar sauce? It contains high fructose corn syrup, because apparently we can't have any food in America without adding unnecessary sugar. But at least the fish is wild caught and sustainably sourced, right? Well, McDonald's sources its fish from Alaska, but the patties are processed and frozen, which means they sit in warehouses for months before making it to your sandwich. Fresh is not the word I'd use. And here's another fun fact. That fish patty, it's been steamed, then frozen, then shipped across the country, then deep fried. By the time it reaches your mouth, it's been through so many processes that it barely resembles actual fish anymore. It's more like fish-flavored protein paste held together with binders and coatings. Delicious. And let's not forget that the filet-o-fish is deep fried in the same oil as everything else. So if you're trying to eat fish for health reasons, this ain't it. Okay, forget the fish. Again, let's say you are smart and you ordered a salad. Good choice. In your mind, you're thinking what could be wrong with a salad? Oh, buckle up. This one involves a nationwide outbreak. 4. The salad that's worse than a Big Mac. Remember when McDonald's had salads on the menu? They removed them in 2020 during the pandemic and never brought them back. And honestly, because McDonald's salads were a scam. The premium Southwest salad with crispy chicken had 450 calories and 21 grams of fat. Add the dressing, and you're looking at over 600 calories. That's more than a Big Mac, which has 563 calories. The salads were marketed as healthy options: fresh greens, grilled or crispy chicken, veggies, but they were loaded with sugar, sodium, and processed ingredients. The Newman's Own dressings contained high fructose corn syrup and preservatives. The crispy chicken was just fried chicken nugget pieces. And the fresh greens? They came pre-packaged and often arrived wilted or slimy. Multiple customers reported getting sick from McDonald's salads. In 2018, a cyclospora outbreak was traced back to contaminated lettuce in McDonald's salads, affecting over 500 people across 15 states. People experienced diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps for weeks. So when McDonald's removed salads from the menu, they claimed it was to simplify operations during COVID. But let's be real, nobody was buying them because they tasted like cardboard and made people sick. The truth is, McDonald's has no business selling salads. Their entire operation is built around burgers and fries. They don't have the infrastructure or expertise to handle fresh produce safely. The lettuce sits in storage for days. The vegetables are pre-cut and packaged, which increases contamination risk. And the employees aren't trained in proper food handling for raw vegetables. So you end up with salads that are not only unhealthy, but genuinely dangerous. If you want a salad, go literally anywhere else. 3. The Big Mac sauce secret. The Big Mac, the flagship burger. 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. But what exactly is in that special sauce? According to McDonald's, it's a combination of mayonnaise, sweet pickle relish, yellow mustard, vinegar, garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. Sounds harmless, right? Not quite. The Big Big Mac sauce contains high fructose corn syrup, soybean oil, and preservatives like potassium sorbate and calcium disodium (EDTA). It also contains propylene glycol, which is used in antifreeze and is added to food as a moisture-retaining agent. Yes, antifreeze in your burger sauce. Now, the FDA says propylene glycol is generally recognized as safe in small amounts, but it's also used in e-cigarettes, cosmetics, and industrial antifreeze. So, not exactly something you want to eat. And let's talk about the beef patties. McDonald's claims they use 100% pure beef with no fillers, and that's technically true. But pure beef doesn't mean high-quality beef. It means the trimmings and scraps left over from cutting steaks and roasts. It's ground up, frozen, and shipped to McDonald's locations. And while McDonald's stopped using pink slime, lean, finely textured beef, in 2012 after public outcry, the beef is still heavily processed and comes from factory farms where cows are pumped full of antibiotics. So your Big Mac isn't quite as special as McDonald's wants you to believe. 2. The McCafe mold problem. McDonald's has been pushing their McCafe line hard. Lattes, cappuccinos, iced coffee, frappes, they want to compete with Starbucks. And hey, their coffee is cheaper, so why not? Here's why not. Multiple health inspections have found that McDonald's coffee machines are breeding grounds for mold, bacteria, and biofilm buildup. The machines have complex internal tubing that's nearly impossible to clean properly without completely disassembling them. And just like the soda fountains, employees often skip this step because it's time-consuming and they're understaffed. One former McDonald's employee posted photos online showing the inside of a McCafe machine. The tubes were coated in black mold. The milk reservoir had a slimy film. The nozzles were caked with dried, crusted milk. Drinking mold can cause allergic reactions, respiratory problems, and gastrointestinal issues. For people with weakened immune systems, it can be dangerous. And it's not just the machines. McDonald's uses ultra-pasteurized milk, which has a longer shelf life but doesn't taste as fresh. The milk sits in the fridge for days, sometimes weeks, before it's used. And if the fridge isn't set to the right temperature, bacteria can grow. So when you order that iced latte, you might be getting a side of mold spores and rancid milk. Sounds delicious. 1. The impossible to pronounce ingredients. And finally, the biggest problem with McDonald's, you have no idea what you're actually eating. The ingredient lists for most menu items are so long and full of chemicals that even food scientists can't pronounce half of them. Here are just a few. Azotocarbonamide, used in yoga mats and shoe rubber, was used in McDonald's buns until 2016 when public pressure forced them to remove it. Calcium propionate, a preservative, is in the buns and can cause migraines and digestive issues in sensitive individuals. Carrageenan, a seaweed extract, is used as a thickener in shakes and can cause inflammation and gut problems. Sodium benzoate, a preservative, is in sauces and has been linked to hyperactivity in children and DNA damage. And let's not forget about high fructose corn syrup, which is in almost every single item on the menu. The buns, the sauces, the drinks, even the pickles. HFCS has been linked to obesity, diabetes, fatty liver disease, and metabolic syndrome. McDonald's will tell you all of these ingredients are FDA approved and safe. And technically, they're not lying. But safe doesn't mean healthy. It just means they won't kill you immediately. The real question is, what are these chemicals doing to your body over time? Because when you eat McDonald's regularly, you're not just eating one burger with questionable ingredients. You're consuming a cumulative chemical load that your liver and kidneys have to process. And for kids, it's even worse. Their developing bodies are more vulnerable to the effects of these additives. So when you take your kids to McDonald's for a Happy Meal, you're feeding them a cocktail of preservatives, artificial flavors, and petroleum-based dyes. Not so happy anymore, is it? Now here's the thing. McDonald's isn't gonna kill you if you eat it once in a while. But the problem is, most people don't eat it once in a while. They eat it multiple times a week. And when you're consuming these chemicals and additives regularly, the effects compound. So what should you do? If you're going to eat at McDonald's, at least make informed choices. Skip the soda fountain. Get a bottled drink. Avoid the ice. Don't order the ice cream. Hold the butter if you have a dairy allergy. And for the love of your liver, stop eating there every single day. Better yet, cook at home. Make your own burgers. Bake your own fries. It takes 20 minutes and you'll know exactly exactly what's in your food. No dimethylpolysiloxane, no TBHQ, no poop bacteria. If this video made you rethink your fast food habits, kindly support us by clicking that like button and hit subscribe, because McDonald's isn't the only fast food chain with secrets, and we're just getting started. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.